What's going on, everybody? Christopher's here, and today is a very important day to me because I reached 300 subscribers. Now, that's truly incredible, and a lot of you are here from Tommy's channel, so thank you to Tommy, and thank you to everybody who came over. Hopefully I won't disappoint you guys, and so today I've got 3 matches in the UU tier, that's right, 3, for 300, and yeah, I'm just going to get going pretty soon here, but this team here is featuring Tauros and the Rotom. Now, those two are the ones that did the most work in here. And 2 of these matches are actually against subscribers, so thank you to those 2 who played me. I had a lot of fun, and hopefully you guys will enjoy the battle as well. So here we go. So I'm going to lead off with Tauros here, and I go straight for Quillfish, and I'm thinking after the attack drop, I'm not going to be able to kill it with Earthquake, or 2-shot it with Earthquake. I could be wrong, but I wasn't going to take any risks. So I go ahead into Rotom here, and I trick his Claydol a Choice Scarf, which is really good for me, because now this Claydol is just going to be really hindered, and that Leaf Storm's able to do 91% to it, so that's telling me it's probably a physical variant of a Claydol. I could be wrong, but it looks like it's a physically defensive one to me. Now I go into my specially bulky Arcanine, and yes, I said specially bulky, because the Darmanitan kind of just outclasses Arcanine in every single way, so I use it kind of as a wall. And right there you can see that I have Crunch. I originally ran this with Will-O-Wisp, Flare Blitz, Extreme Speed, and Close Combat, but then I realized that I can do nothing, literally nothing, to Chandelure. So I put on Crunch instead, and it seems to work out fairly well. So now I go to Sharpedo, and he brings out Virizion, so I want to get out of there as fast as possible. So to absorb the hit, I'm going to go to Nidoking, who takes it fairly well, does over half, and sadly I'm not able to kill with the Sludge Bomb, but he's going to do more work later on in the other matches, so we won't worry about that for now. So I go into Sharpedo here, and he's going to lower my attack, which I think mattered, but at the same time, I'm able to still do over half, so that's really good for me, and he gets a crit, which sucked. But, I mean, crits happen, and I wasn't mad. He was a subscriber and had a great match anyways. So I go into Tauros here, and I'm going to be able to finish off with an Earthquake, no problem. Now, this is a max attack, max speed Jolly Tauros with a Choice Band on it, so it's able to do a lot of damage to pretty much anything he wants to bring in. Even against ghosts, this thing can do quite a bit of damage between Earthquake and Wild Charge and Rock Slide. All of those are able to do a very good amount of damage. Now, this part right here is a very stally part. He's going to set up some curses, and I'm going to go for Psychic, hoping for a special defense drop the entire way through, and he gets paralyzed quite a few times, which probably helped me win the game in retrospect, but I don't know if I would have lost, but he was definitely a great opponent, and I had a lot of fun battling him. But yeah, he does get probably close to like 8 or 9 Parahaxes, which is crazy. And even after he actually gets a hit off with Body Slam or a turn, I forget which one it was, it's definitely not going to be able to do enough to kill. So I don't know if it truly mattered, but I really did feel bad about it because he is a subscriber and I know how it feels to get parahaxed like numerous times. And also he wasn't going for the Body Slam, he was going for the Crunch. So I mistook that, so my bad. But I'm slowly but surely going to be able to take out the Snorlax here. Not with Slowbro though. Slowbro managed to get it down to 26, and I'm going to bring in Rotom here and Leaf Storm it to death. Now these things are usually specially defensive, so I don't know if this was a specially defensive curve set, but Rotom is just a beast anyways, so I'm going to go for the Discharge and get the Paralyze on the Chandelure as well. Now this is great for me, but bad for him, so I do feel bad, and I'm pretty sure I end up going for... Oh, nope. Actually, Tauros stays in, and I let him die. I probably could have stayed in with Rotom and finished him off, but I wanted to make sure because Rotom is going to be my best shot at winning this match right here. And it is a really, really close match. I finish off this with the Leaf Storm because it's the only attack I have to actually hit Claydol, seeing as it's part ground. And now he goes for the Protect, so he's going to get that speed boost. And I'm just hoping that I'm going to be able to live one shot. And surprisingly, I do. And I'm also able to one-hit kill this thing with the Discharge at half special attack. So great game, Barton. It was awesome to play you. Into the next match here, I play the 24601. I don't believe he's a subscriber, but if you are, hello, and thank you for the battle. So I lead with Sharpedo, and seeing that Waterfall do 17% is actually pretty incredible because I'm able to do close to like 68. I think I did 65% right there. But he ends up taking it out with a Draco Meteor, which is not good for me because I really could have used Sharpedo for that Gligar, but what can you do? I end up going for Return with Tauros here and do 29%, and that just shows the raw power of Tauros. 29% might not seem like much, but against a physically defensive Eviolite Gligar, that is actually quite a bit, which is why it's so good in UU. And you'll also see that in my top 10 favorite Pokemon video. I will be hopefully having that up around Saturday, maybe Sunday, and I hope you guys will enjoy that. So I go ahead and get the Will-O-Wisp off on this Gligar, which is going to be great because now I'm able to have some residual damage off on it, which is just a really good thing to have on Gligar, seeing as it's so bulky. So he goes out into Honchkrow here, and I stay in with my Arcanine, and I end up dying to the Brave Bird, but there's not too much on my team that would have liked to take that Brave Bird. So I go into Tauros here because I know I'm going to outspeed, and I'm able to get that Intimidate off so his Moxie boost goes away. Now after that damage from the burn, I'm going to be able to kill with the return here from Tauros, and Tauros is just a beast. Now I switch out here, go into Slowbro, because there's nothing this Victini is going to be able to do. It ends up going for the V-Create, which does a nice little chunk, but after Leffy's damage and the fact that I don't see Bolt Strike on him, I'm not sure how much this thing's actually going to be able to do. So he goes to Melota, and this thing is kind of weird because it Night Slashes me. And I've never really been against one of these things, but I don't think they would usually carry that because it goes for Relic Song later on, so I don't think it would be a good mixed attacker. But then again, I've never played one before, and he might have just had strange EVs. So I go for a Scald here, and this thing is burned, so it's going to die next turn no matter what. And I take that Relic Song fairly well. I don't know what it transformed into right there. Melota is just a really strange Pokemon. So I know that the T-Bolt's going to be coming from this Nidoking, and I run Scarfed Nidoking because although Life Orb is very powerful, against other Nidokings, which are very common, I need to be faster. And so having the Choice Scarf just allows me to outspeed not only other Nidokings, but most of the Pokemon as long as they're not Scarfed in this. So I go back into Honchkrow, and I know that I'm going to be able to take anything from this Honchkrow, and I barely do. So I know that I'm pretty sure that thing was Life Orb. I'm not sure. It could have been a different Honchkrow I'm thinking of right now. But I'm going to be able to outspeed a lot of things with Ice Beam here, and I almost kill the Nidoking, but sadly I don't. And so I know that this thing isn't Scarfed because not too many people actually run it. So I'm going to be able to outspeed with my 110 base speed Jolly Nature, no problem. Which Tauros is such a great Pokemon. I can't stress that enough. I would definitely try it out in OU if Terrakion wasn't a thing. Terrakion is pretty much Tauros, but better. It gets better stab moves, but Tauros is definitely one of my favorite Pokemon, and I definitely wish that Terrakion was moved up to Ubers. Not that it would fend too well in Ubers, but I just don't want it to be there so I could try Tauros. Now I get this Rhyperior burned, and I get an attack drop on it, so whatever it's going to throw at me is not going to do too much damage. A Fire Punch right there only does 29% to Rotom-Mow, which is not bulky in the slightest, so I do pretty well. Now I do 37% with that Leaf Storm, which is definitely not enough against this Zapdos, so I'm going to switch out immediately. He goes for Toxic, which I was not expecting, but ended up faring pretty well for me. I go for Sludge Wave against this Frostlass, which is definitely a weird play. I don't know why I went for Sludge Wave. I know that it's stab, but there wasn't too much on his team that was actually going to be able to take some heavy damage from Sludge Wave, I suppose. So now I go into Sharpedo here because I know he's going to Destiny Bound me, but I need something to outspeed so that he's not going to be able to kill. Now I go for Crunch, and that does over half, even though it's resisted by Mienshao. So this thing is probably going to be Scarfed or Life Orb, and I know I'm going to be able to outspeed after the speed boost, so I just stay in with Sharpedo and don't really worry about it. Now I get a crit right here with the Waterfall on Zapdos. I'm not sure how much that mattered because I am Max Attack and Life Orb with this Sharpedo. So I don't think it mattered, but if it did, I'm really sorry. Fusing Shadow, also a subscriber, very awesome guy. I have him on Skype now, and we're probably going to have another battle or so later on. So he was a really cool opponent to play, and I definitely had fun this match. So I go into Nidoking here, and I just start cleaning up. I go for an Earth Power, and now he's going to bring in Frostlass. So I go for another one, and I think, yep, right here, he goes for Thunder Wave, which is a strange play. He probably expected me to switch out and I go for a struggle because he disabled my move, and seeing as I'm scarfed, I had to get the struggle kill. But that was pretty funny, actually. I didn't know if I was going to kill, seeing as I'm modest, I think? I can't remember. I'm attack low, and it's not stab. Actually, I don't even know if struggle can be stab, but that'd be kind of funny to see if somebody was using a, whether it be like a struggle set or something with choice band and having it be stab. That'd be really interesting. I might try that. I can't guarantee I'd win, but I would definitely go ahead and try that. Now, the game is wrapping up here, guys, and if you haven't already, like and subscribe. I had a great time playing this guy, and here comes the Rhyperior, but that's not going to matter because I'm going to be able to finish him off with the Leaf Storm here. So, great game, Fusing Shadow, and to the others too as well, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.